Exactly.
I told y'all. Bad Mike told you time and time again.
I'm Rambo. I'm Rambo. I'm
First blood.
Rambo. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? Man, we got the originators on the Monday. If you are following OG Sam, aka Teflon Don Sam,
Mr.
we got
White.
a good one. Mr. White Network. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to him. Like I said, we got a continuation of coming up with this interesting show that we have going on, man. Like I said, man, we got Mad Mike Sports in the building.
Bad Mike told you.
He told y'all.
Yeah, he
He
told
told y'all.
time and
I'm
time
not
again.
saying any
Time
damn
and time
thing. How
again.
about that?
And time and time again.
Time and time again.
And we have the Mr. Tactician, aka Mr. Juan Costello in the building.
Round two. Let's get it.
Hey man, round two. And like I said, I'm K Styles, aka the Six Man. And today we have a couple topics that we want to go ahead and cover. We're going to give our shout out to one of my family here, A137 Sauce. What's happening, homie? Mr. White said thank you for the support on Mr. White Network. Yeah, like I said, y'all make sure y'all continue to subscribe and get Mr. White up to the next goal of 300, as well as Mr. Tactician here as well. So that's the next goal for these fellas here, and we're going to be pushing it for them to get there. So today's episode, we are going to be covering our thoughts on the training camp, the Atlanta Falcons training camp that we attended to, as well as we got some more Kyle Pitts news, and we also have some Jeff Ulbrich news that we want to go ahead. Like I said, D Sloan, what's going on? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, Keyshawn Vlad, we got Diamond, we got Leo Crazy Ass, we got Silk Legacy, King Treyway. Hey man,
So I
we
thought some
appreciate
happy
y'all,
birthdays
man.
in there for Leo too. Leo, Rock. Who else damn birthday? Shit, we got so many damn birthdays.
So
So
many
J
happy
Rock,
birthdays
Leo.
here. Yeah,
So you got a bunch
exactly.
of
Exactly. So y'all all get bunched up into one motherfucker. Yeah, we ain't doing individuals here. Y'all got
yeah.
too many.
That's why I'm
Um,
doing it. Too many of them.
but like I said, man, we got multitude of topics here. So before we go ahead and get right off on it, I want to ask the fellas how y'all doing this evening.
Oh man. I'm doing good. I am doing good. We from what we have seen, mm, I'm gonna use Mike's term. I told you so.
He told you so. What
As
about
a
you,
matter of
Michael?
fact, don't do that no more. Don't do that no. I'm about to do it one more time. All right.
I told y'all. Bad Mike told you time and time again.
Jip it, time and time again. Jip it, time again. Time again.
All right, so let's go ahead and get right up in here. Let's do this. How y'all want to kick Mike? How you want to kick this off? We
All right.
want to go
So
ahead and just
I actually have a comment that someone asked me on X. Look, man, fuck that X shit. I'm saying Twitter. Fuck that. I'm not saying no damn X. Somebody
oh
asked me
hell.
something on Twitter, and they asked me which one, who, and what stood out to you in camp. So I'm not.
I mean, that kind of
Well,
goes right into the first topic of the show, man.
right.
So you might
Yeah,
as well go
yeah.
ahead and use
hmm
that.
hmm So this guy's born. We made it. He up here. I think he a fucking psycho because he got his the damn profile picture is motherfucker getting kicked in the head. So something wrong with him. Um, you stay your ass away from me because you kick me, motherfucker. I'm popping your ass with a spaghetti or something. All right.
What up, Jew?
Juju. Hey,
Come
yeah,
in, star.
Keyshawn. We got Keyshawn Vlad. He threw out another one today. K Style. I'm positive that he gonna have that somewhere in his live show, his
Mhm.
article and that topic.
That's going
Keyshawn,
actually,
we kind of incorporating also.
Keyshawn has a couple articles he has written here in the last couple of weeks that
They've
we're
been on
going
fire.
to
Yeah, yeah.
incorporate that on the very next live that I
Mm-hmm.
do. So y'all stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm. Cause
Woo!
oh yeah, that my girl.
Woo, Jew. He already hit with the uppercuts.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jew, bruh.
I'm, I'm not worried about the players, man. I'm gonna say, see, my eyes are always on the lovely quarterbacks. Okay, I love my quarterbacks. Even if they trade. Well, I'm gonna say, well, you know what? I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna let y'all
That,
have that.
hold on,
So
hold on,
I
hold on, hold
follow
on. While you talking about quarterback, shout out to Easton Stick. We saw one pass. We good.
Yeah,
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 like I said,
yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, man. Um, I normally say good stuff about quarterback, but from what I've seen from Kurt, he look old as fuck out there. He like he's scared to move. No, I'm being dead serious. Sigs, what's going on? What's going on? We saw Sigs out there also. Um, but he look old as fuck out there. I don't think we getting shit from him, y'all. We're not gonna be able to get like unless a team really desperately needs just how he's moving around. It's just he look old. I'm just real, though. I didn't see, and it's Kirk Cousins. Like, and I go and I'm expecting him to behave like a veteran, just to slowly get acclimated. But the way he was just moving around, I hate to say it, y'all. I think he gonna be our backup for 30 million for the
Mm,
rest of the year. I just like he just look old, bro. He look old. I'm being dead serious, y'all. Now, like I said, it could be completely, and I could be this. It could be this. He's just conserving his energy for the season. But from what I'm seeing, it's not a lot of movement. He doesn't have a lot on his throws at all. Like Eastern Stick look really good. Um, with his throws, he looked much better than him. Shit, Emory Jones better than him. I yeah, Kirk just looked old, and that's what stood out to me when I looked at a lot of the players. Now we can talk about the defense and all that, but from a quarterback standpoint, Kirk looks old, and I'm talking about old people.
well, shoot, the way Braylon Trice hit him, yeah, I guess he did remind him of his age.
Well, what you said, Kurt? Like, y'all niggas is tripping out here.
Right, right. Let me go on over to the sideline and get my Aspercreme.
I'm doing Pilates on the silent. Mm.
That's a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you though,
A
man.
lot of these, God,
He's stretching out them joints. I'm gonna be honest with you. What stood out to me the whole training camp was coaching. Coaching, coaching, coaching. And normally y'all don't hear me talk about coaching that often, but I watched how they were coached. I watched how they were directed, what drills they were running. You know, because I was sitting up there next to Coach Unchained, and we were watching it. He was pointing out some stuff, you know what I'm saying, the drills, you know, the wheel routes and everything of that nature. But I was watching how they were being coached, period. I mean, Jeff Ulbrich, I'm gonna say it again. Y'all gonna get tired of hearing me say this. Jeff Ulbrich operated like that was his defense, like that was his team. Rather, he was on both sides. It didn't matter to him. You know, Raheem was the clipboard water boy that smile with glazed ankles. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, Jeff Ulbrich took the training seriously. He made sure he stayed on. He the shortest dude out there. He's not. He's the shortest dude out there. And these guys, he got these guys doing drills I have never even seen done on this Falcons team before. But I love it.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
gives me hope for the team when I see my coach out there being more animated than the players.
See. Yeah, cause based off the vantage point that I had, see, my vantage point, ironically, was on the defense and special team side of the training camp on
I
Saturday.
knew. Kill. Yeah.
No, but when it came down to the drills that they were doing, it was drills that I didn't see them do before. We
Mm-hmm.
saw motherfuckers running into medicine balls out there.
Kev, they were doing somersaults off of a mat and then having to get up and catch a dropping tennis ball. I ain't never seen that.
Right,
D. Coleman, you stupid.
but we said Ron gonna keep them chance points around for sure. But from my vantage point, from what I saw, um, it like you said, you could tell the energy was different. You can tell that everybody was kind of, on that new wave, and everybody's expecting this team to take it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as what Sam pointed out, is going to be a lot of receptions from the running back room this year.
Mm,
I mean, we already got a lot from Bijan Robinson, but like you said, don't be surprised if you get about Talijah get about 30 some receptions this year.
yep.
Um, Another thing that kind of stood out to me in this training camp is your boy Billy Bowman is really starting to impress me a lot. Billy Bowman is starting to impress me, and it just comes and just the theme of what they wanted to do for this season is they wanted to have a lot of versatility on the defensive side of the ball is a really encouraging sign. Um, Braylon Trice, JPJ, Jalen Walker, um, tearing Jake Matthews' asses up on the pass rush was a good sign indeed. The D. Coleman said was Billy at nickel or safety. He was doing both.
Yeah.
BOAF,
Both.
both.
Look, Billy Bowman was all over the field. He was
Mm-hmm.
everywhere.
Like, shout out to Shannon Sharp. BOAF, both.
Both.
Sir Will,
How's it going, boys?
what's going
Good
on?
to see y'all.
Well,
Really?
Yeah, you know me, man. Always grinding for the fam. But yeah, as I say, I wanted to get on with y'all because it has been a second. Just find out from the horse's mouth, so to speak, what's been happening at camp. What have y'all been seeing? Kind of what battles are you paying attention to and things like that. So happy to be here. Thanks for having me, guys, again.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, from what we saw with our own eyes, it's violent. It's violent. It's fun and violent.
I love it, man.
Hold on. BOAF, both.
Both. All that. ALOT. All that.
But
Oh, you
yeah,
bringing that smoke? I want all of it.
but yeah, it's just pretty much like you said. Pretty much, it just comes down to is they're emphasizing more so on trying to build that versatility on the squad, both offensively and defensively. Defensive wise, you can definitely tell that this is more of a Jeff Ulbrich style defense because you got a lot of these guys. They real sticky. They sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Tyler Creator. Sticky. They say you're sticky. But but like you said, it's just gonna be one of those things where you can definitely tell that this is going to be the year they establish that identity, that culture that this team has needed.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm I'm actually, Kev, I'm glad that Jeff Ulbrich had the cojones to come on and say it. He said in one sentence the thing we have been asking about for 10 years. He said we are going to establish a culture and identity of violence and aggression, meaning that I want this football team to embody when people need to be saying, "Oh shit, we got to play the Falcons this week."
Mhm.
Y'all need to be making business decisions. And this is what we've been talking about. You already see the players on the field taking on his mentality, taking on his personality. You got fights breaking out. And the only thing he get on the podium and say, "Hey, we just got to make sure we don't take it too far." But in his mic'd up session, he said, if I see a player that is doing well, I'm going to push them. So in other words, if you already aggressive, he gonna make you super aggressive, or like I like to call aggressively focused.
Oh yeah, you can play hard and still play clean. I don't want to be
Yeah.
drawing penalties and things like that, but yeah, as I say, like if you boys seen the thing I shared a few days ago of AP going against Ray Lewis, hit the guy damn hard in safe places and then help the man to his feet. I'm fine with that, but make sure you let him know who owns the line of scrimmage first.
That part right there. Because here's the deal. You already and it goes in tears. Your coach has already said this is who we are and this is how we operate. Your quarterback has already said we are this type of team. We're gonna win this amount of games. This is who we are. He didn't say could be, should be, probably. He said this is who we are. So now guess what? The team got to embody that. We ain't making just, oh, we're gonna outrun this out. No, Jeff didn't say. Jeff said I want violence. I
But
want
like,
problems. Always.
but he said, what you say? We don't want peace. We
We
want
want
problems always.
Always.
And I want the defense to kind of be like, every time they try to run the ball, I want us to be like, why are you running? Why are you running?
Exactly.
Oh,
Like
man.
Southside, like Southside said, sounds better than fast and physical. Yeah,
Bruh.
we are so
Bruh.
we no. I want violence. I want look. We won't be put to the guillotine out there.
Hell yeah. We all know Falcons are fast. Now let's see them claws. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta see the calls. Yes, exactly, Will.
You know what I saw? Because we were sitting up top and we was watching all 22, the view of it.
Yeah, all 22 is the best seats in the house.
Yeah, when they lined up, I think it was 11 on 11. There was no space between the front and the linebacker room on the defense. Nobody was 5 miles away from the quarterback. Nobody was in the next county.
Run that by me again. Are you sure you were in Flibberty Branch?
Yeah.
Look. Fast and physical defense has got us in the bottom 3 in sacks every year. So now
every year. So I want to ever again.
Bro, Will, you used to have the linebackers in Flowery Branch and the DBs in Atlanta.
Yeah, I know that, man. We've seen that in LA and Denver, and look at what happened. We let a rookie Bo Nix pieces up all night. That is not happening again, no, on my watch.
We're playing a tight physical defense, meaning that there's not going to be a whole lot of space. It's not going to be a whole lot of space between the DBs, the linebackers, and the linebackers and front line. It's not.
Let me say something right quick. If you have to say play fast, then you're not fast. Okay? I don't think you're. If I have to say as a coach, play fast, then you're not fast. You shouldn't have to say fast as a coach if you got players that are good. Good
Right.
players are going to play faster than their time. For
Mhm.
example, we saw Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis runs about a 4.5, 4.4, about a 4.5. Okay,
Mhm.
but he didn't look like he ran. He ran. He played faster than his actual time was. Hey, this is why when I hear fast and physical, why do I have to hear that from my coach?
I-
That should be
Exactly. It's
automatic
football.
if you're a defender. I shouldn't have to
Exactly.
say we're going to play fast and physical. Of course, it's defense.
Yeah,
no,
we're going to play defensive football. How's about that? Well, yes.
but no, no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, no, no. When you got to sit up there and tell your team that we're gonna be resilient, that let me know you didn't come to play. You came to hang in there.
No, no,
What are we doing?
no, no. If anybody knows one of my favorite football movies is The Replacements. Gene Hackman told his linebacker, I need the ball, give me the ball. That's the defense we need. I
Yeah,
need the ball.
yeah.
Give me the ball. He said, you need the ball. He said, I'm gonna get you the ball. I'm gonna get you the ball. See, them the kind of defense player we need right there.
Yeah, yeah. You
And
didn't hear that.
Hell
this
yeah.
is what I'm
And
talking about. Even this is
if the
bull crap.
linebackers can't do it, the secondary will. Because I mean, look at the bodies we've brought in, and that's the one battle that I'm thinking is the most interesting from camp. Who's starting opposite Jesse Bates? Is it going to be Xavier Watts or is it going to be
I
what's
would
it
For
go
one,
called?
Playing fast is
from,
all about your IQ.
yeah.
Playing fast. Look, you got guys like Anquan Bolden. Like this is why I say bull crap from anybody that says Kyle Pitts need to play fast. No, he doesn't.
Mm-mm.
He doesn't. If you look at Travis Kelce the last couple of years, he's gotten slower and slower. So is George Kittle. Speed
Mhm.
and 40 time means nothing. Your ability to assess the field, figure out where the holes in the defense are, and get to that spot. It's about getting to the spot. It's not about getting to the spot the fastest, recognizing where the holes in the defense, what these guys are doing, when they're doing it, picking up the tendencies. And we'll know this especially as a receiver, like you better find those holes, because if you don't find those holes as a receiver, you getting your freaking block knocked off. Like you're getting out. So speed doesn't matter as much as you think it does.
100%. If you're not looking for that hole and keeping one eye on the high safety, you're going to get your ass wiped out. You're going to get basically a hospital ball. If the QB notices you, the
Yeah, but
safety's already right on your hip. So by the time the
Bruh,
ball's in your hands, you're already on the deck.
right. Well, see, here's the
bruh,
thing though. That this 30, it's only 30% of the time that a wide receiver or a tight end is in an open field by himself anyway. Most of the time you're running through guys, and that's in tight
Mhm.
spaces. So the
look,
likelihood of you just getting open all the time like that, that's not realistic.
look,
Especially when
like
you're
I
not a
said,
speed demon. I mean, I'm only about a 4.7 myself. So you're talking about rest repose speed. So you need to be able to adjust for that. There's not
Yeah,
always can burn you for 50 yards, but there's different kinds of receivers as well, you know?
yeah,
mhm. The thing about it when it comes to speed at that position, and like you said, Will probably is a better testament of that position than I am. The thing about it is how fast can you get to the spot?
right.
Mhm.
How fast can you
Yep.
get to the spot? How quick can you get to the spot? Because you got a lot of guys who's out here. You got a lot of guys who's out here who can run a 4.3, who are 4.4 type wide receivers, but
Mhm.
they can't run routes worth a damn, so they don't know how to get to a certain spot. So
Right.
you have to learn. You like you said, you have to have that gift to, okay, I know I need to get here. Let me get here. Boom.
Mhm.
The quarterback
And
wants here.
as
Boom.
yeah, and as you say, like 85% of the time, you're not going to be running a fade or a go, so it's your vertical speed doesn't really count. It's
Right.
how
Yes.
well can you cut,
Mhm.
how much space can you create, and how open can you get? Because you're talking about very small windows in some cases.
Hmm.
So you can literally, especially on things like quick ins, comebacks, quick slants, you know the guy's going to be right on your hip for the minute you
Yep.
make that cut. So yeah, as I say, your vertical speed doesn't matter as much as kind of precise route running and being able to kind of put your foot in the dirt and create that space.
Yeah, because a lot of times it's like we used to always complain about AJ Terrell and Mike Evans. most of the time you catching the ball over somebody. So the likelihood of you breaking away from them is not slim to none, but it's highly unlikely. Now, unless they fall down and you just got a clear lane, like if you're taking it down the seam, if you just got a clear lane, fine. But you're gonna have some defenders around you, especially if you are a target where the defense is targeting you. Yes, you're not just gonna catch the ball and just take off. That's no.
Definitely.
And like you said, the thing is, like the thing is, and kind of going back to what else I saw was there. From what this is my opinion, and we're gonna see if the guys on this panel agree with me. They're looking like they're trying to incorporate the short passing game more so than what they did last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, we knew with Bijan, you already know you was gonna get about 45, 50 catches from because he's just that gifted of an athlete.
Right.
But when we're talking about short incorporated passing games, we're talking about the ability to have a Tyler Algier in the pass game to where if he's on the field, your defense is the opposing defense ain't gonna say, okay, we just go straight out, just go all out against the run on this. No, they're trying to incorporate Tyler more so in the passing game to add that extra element of surprise.
Hence,
They want to incorporate Kyle Pitts into the short passing game because for those that still don't believe what it was last year, he was open on quite a bit of short passes or on a lot of drags and a lot of digs last year, which wasn't thrown to him.
Yeah, as
Like you
Mr. White
said,
says as well, the wheel routes are open and also those little peekaboo routes where he'll wait until the left tackle springs his block and he'll come out between the tackle and the guard and he'll catch that and take it for 15, no problem.
Right.
I love those little moves. Just that's the thing you get with guys like Bijan, and some of the Falcons fans when we took him were like, oh, I don't know about taking a running back, and I was like, you don't know about taking most running backs? I'm a Longhorns fan and I've watched this kid for 4 years. This kid is different. And now finally people are starting to see what I've been saying for the last 7 years.
But because the thing is, and I got so the Falcons are going to incorporate Dinkin and Duncan, but disguising it so that, like Will said, once the guy springs, you taking it to the house if possible. But what y'all got to understand, and I keep saying, I said it at the training camp, Bijan is a different type of running back simply because of his mechanics. He don't run like a traditional running back. A traditional running back, when they get ready to cut, they plant that outside foot and then they turn their body so that they can make that cut. Bijan leans into his cuts, meaning that his body is vertically, his knees are tucked under him so that when he plants that foot, he springs off of it real quickly. And then he gets to the next, he hops into his cuts. That way he's not expending so much time taking his knee and twisting it. He's keeping his knees under him. That way he lessens his injury. That's the reason why when you see him cut, it looked like he's barely touching the field. He knows he's learning how to preserve.
To get a hold of him to bring him down as well.
Right. Like somebody won't hit him and he won't be trying to make a twist. Yeah, he's doing that. So if you hit him, you're going to knock him completely off his route, not take half of his body with it.
Yeah, so basically what Juan's saying is Bijan Robinson is twinkle toes out there.
Pretty much. He scampers across. Yeah, he scampers. If you look at they've shown his feet, and his feet barely touch the field when he's making his cuts.
Because he runs on the ball with his feet. He don't run with his whole foot on the ground.
Right.
But
conservation of motion.
But there you say Algier is that power. But Tyler Algier does drop some weight. Not much, but it's noticeable right now.
He's a bully.
That head ain't as big as it was before.
He dropped weight, but he gained muscle, meaning that now he's more solid and he's quicker. So, and see, I was going to go back to your earlier point, Kev. That one point where Tyler Algier caught the ball and took it to the house, how he was damn near about to die in the end zone. Oh, he ain't doing that this year. If Tyler bulldozes through the line and get out, he gone. He's gone. He's been training with Bijan on speed. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
100%.
Jay.
And just a little aside to that as well. Shout out to Mr. White down in the comments. You can bet on that, sir. As I say, it's just taken me a couple of weeks to get Scottish Falcons up and running and get some wings on that. But you can bet your ass I'll be on at some point to have a chat with you, sir.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Just
man.
thought I'd throw that in the mix. We always grinding, as I say.
Man,
Yeah.
sweetness reincarnated. You woo.
Well, let me say this as a quarterback. See, for me as a quarterback, we don't like getting hit. Okay, quarterbacks don't like getting hit. So if we can get the ball out as quick, as fast, and precise as possible, the better it is for us, and the better it is for the team in itself because you can get the ball. And I'm probably it's a see. The thing is, a quarterback's ability to run. Right, this is I'm putting you in a mindset of a running quarterback because I was kind of both. All right, I could stand in the pocket, I can move around, ran a 4-3 myself. But one thing I like to do as a receiver, I'm not trying to get hit as a receiver. I'm not
No.
trying to get hit. I was a terrible DB because I didn't like contact. I was Deion Sanders, y'all. I will them 300 pounds that don't feel good getting hit by them dudes. Okay, it doesn't feel good. So I wasn't trying to get hit. So as a receiver, I want that ball on me and near me as quick as possible so I can brace myself for the hit. All right. So this is why when you look at Michael Penix and you see how the Falcons are using Kirk Cousins, they're asking them to get the ball out quick. So what we're going to see, this is why I said I did not like Penix coming in because I already knew what they were going to do with him. They were going to use a lot of RPOs, but the Atlanta Falcons, when they brought him in, they eliminated a lot of those quick screens, RPO type stuff, using the RPO handoff fake and top. The Falcons don't use that. So they totally eliminated that with Michael Penix for the most part. So when you look at what Penix is going to do with these running backs, and this is why, like for me, this is going to tell if the Atlanta Falcons is going to be able to get Tyler Algier back. Because if he becomes a back that can catch the ball out of the backfield, I'm telling y'all right now, say goodbye because he is not coming back.
Yeah, that is sayonara because I guarantee you it's already at a point where we're going to make him an offer and he's like, okay, that's a great offer. I want to stay here. I've got a great culture with Bijan. And then somebody's going to come in and go, nah, you're going to start and here's 28 mil a year.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be very, very hard, even if he doesn't progress as a pass catcher. But if he does, then yeah,
Yes.
it's over.
Hold on. I want to get this right here. I don't want to see that damn pistol. We didn't really see a lot of pistol. I'm gonna just say that now.
No.
There wasn't a lot of pistol. It was a
No.
lot of under center shit going on.
See, the thing about it, and I know Mike used to talk about that pistol formation, while you can disguise it, and you can disguise it in many ways, in order for your team to get better, you're gonna have to implement something a little bit more different. And that's what they're doing. They're adding stuff to these plays that weren't implemented last season. Because I hate to say it, you can have the pistol could be working for you fine, but by week 5, they didn't figure out your whole offense.
Well, let me say about the pistol formation. I think everybody wrong about the pistol formation ain't going nowhere. Okay, let me just break y'all hearts right now. It's not going anywhere. It's in college. It's in high school. It's in the pros. Get the fuck over it. Excuse my French, but get over it. If a man
It's in Scotland too. If you've got the
It's in
personnel to pull it
Scotland.
off, we operate
Get
from pistol
over it.
because
This
we've
is
got dynamic enough running backs to put you on your ass. So if you can't, it's like the tush push. See if you can't stop the pistol.
that right there.
Stop bitching and
That
work on your
right
defense.
there, Will. That right
No,
there.
it ain't going away. No, it
I'm
ain't going away.
talking about people saying that they tired. It's not going anywhere because the
They ain't
two
gonna go
Super
away.
Bowl we got the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chiefs. This is a massive part. Even the Baltimore Ravens, they use a lot of pistol themselves. It's not going anywhere
anytime soon. We see the Bills, they use a lot of it. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, y'all. It's the effectiveness out of when you have a quarterback like a Kirk Cousins in the pistol, it doesn't work as well. But you have a guy that can move around, and you have a guy that can scramble out of the pocket, which makes the pistol formation even that more dangerous for a guy like Kyle Pitts, because if he scrambles out of the pocket, guess what? The linebackers are going to follow the quarterback. The safety are going to follow the wide receivers, and tight end going to be wide open.
So, Mike, just to explain to the people that may be new to the channel on this, why was the pistol formation ineffective with Kirk Cousins?
Well, I can be
give it to him raw.
Well, he's slow as shit. Okay, like everybody know he's gonna be in that same spot. So the pistol formation, you can do all the pre-snap, post-snap motions and screens and all that type of stuff. Kirk Cousins is gonna be in that same spot. But when you got a guy like, well, this is why Andy Reid uses so much with Patrick Mahomes, is because Patrick Mahomes, it's no guarantee he's going to. You're not gonna roll out with Kirk Cousins. It ain't happening.
No,
It's
you're
not
not.
happening. So we already knew where the defense already, and that's why you saw a lot of interceptions, and he couldn't get the ball to Kyle Pitts because they're in their formation because he's not moving around. So when that pistol formation is primarily predicated to quarterbacks that can use the rollout, I don't know. I just got a blank, but the rollout and a lot of those motions with your running backs, fullback, tight end.
You talking about
the spread outs with the quarterback too?
Yeah. So a lot of those design runs, you can do a lot of that because it puts pressure on the defensive tackles because now they can't immediately make the decision to get after the quarterback. So it creates that doubt because if the quarterback, if he crashes in on a quarterback and you leave those tight ends or that running back going out, guess what? He has to make that tackle. He has to sack the quarterback because if he doesn't, he can flip that ball out like an option. And that tight end, that running back, that fullback, whoever, the wide receiver coming off the opposite side, they going for 40 yards.
Yep.
One more advantage to running so much pistol. Well, I mean, when you think about it as well, you think we are transitioning now from an orthodox quarterback to a lefty. By running pistol, you give him another 3-4 yards of adjustment time, which means that you sort of nullify to a certain extent the need for a blind side tackle. And both Jake and Caleb have come out and said in their pressers, look, we don't see either one of us as a blind side blocker because we are running from basically a couple of yards behind. He's not taking his snap directly. So MPJ's got a bit more time to kind of react to what the defense is running as well.
And it also helps to neutralize aggressive coaches like Todd Bowles that like to do a lot of blitzing. You know what I'm saying? Because what it does now, like you said, a lot of times Kirk was standing there. A lot of the guys were still on their routes, meaning that if they were doing man or they were doing, zone or whatever the case may be, preferably man, they already know what Kirk's going to be. So nobody's really going to move. They're not going to crash. They're going to time it. And then when the O-line has exhausted itself, then they hit Kirk. So that's why with Penix gets the ball out in 2.1 seconds. Handoff probably even quicker. So yeah, it makes them have to wait to see, okay, who's going to do what? And by that time, you trying to stop Bijan or you trying to stop Tyler. And if it's set up like that, now you set up the field to take the coverage man that takes the coverage away. Now he's open. Now he's a main weapon down the field.
Yes. So the reason why I asked this question too is if y'all don't, I don't think a lot of Falcon fans have realized that our offense has been predominantly a pistol offense since 2021.
Yes.
Out of the quarterbacks that we've had since 2021, who do you think ran the pistol the most effective?
Oh gosh, that's easy. Marcus Mariota. I say Marcus Mariota.
I would say so because he played a lot of pistol at Oregon. I mean, I know Oregon's quite a flexible offense, always have been. But under Mariota, you did see them use a lot of pistols, so it's a system he's used to running. But yeah, as I say, pistol's a great one for also making up for the limitations of your quarterback. Because if your quarterback's not the fastest to read the game, then you go, oh, okay, son, we'll put you in the pistol. It gives you another 3-4 yards. It gives you another second and a half. It's not much, but it could be the difference. So
it is a lot.
There's a lot of reasons why
a lot.
Well, because if you, like I said, if you start out with a quarterback who may or may not have that experience, then what you do is, like you said, you can disguise it, and you can disguise a lot of plays in that pistol formation. So now they can't predict what your quarterback is going to do.
Okay.
And this is the thing. Like, I'll openly say I was not the best receiver. You heard it here first, but I never made an official catch in my career, and here is why. The head-to-hand connection was not there. I can give you a shit-hot offense. I just can't play it, which is why I've told you guys many times, some of us aren't meant to wear a helmet and gloves. Some of us are meant to talk about it. But, I mean, in terms of talking about what I want to see in a receiver, I'll be able to go on all night. But, yeah, as I say, when you talk about pistol offense, it gives you more options, just not just as a quarterback, but it gives you more options as a running back and as a receiver. So it's like, I know it seems to be the word of the day this week, but versatility again.
Oh, believe me, it's a lot of people that meant better talking football than they are playing it.
Hey.
So that is, I know a lot of coaches that weren't great players, but they're amazing coaches.
Okay,
it's not for all of us, man.
So to add a part 3 to that question right there in itself is, with Michael Penix coming in 2025, what is the difference that can make him be more successful in this pistol offense or potential pistol formation
that's easy
over everybody else?
I got 3 things. 1, the young man is confident. He's confident in his abilities. He's confident in his leadership skills. 2, he's fearless. And I don't mean fearless, arrogant. Fearless, confident, meaning that he tell the coaches straight up, put it out there. We gonna run it. Put it out there. He don't care. He want. And the 3rd thing is, he is not afraid to throw the ball to anybody open. He's not selective. Whoever can make that play, he's gonna throw it to him.
Okay.
And that's the way I'm feeling about schematics in terms of who makes the 53. I can see why the coaches are being diplomatic and saying why they like so many guys, because at the end of the day, I want the right guy in the right fit. And that's what they're kind of trying to establish now, is just kind of, right, we've got different schemes that we can run, but what bodies fit best in what places for what schemes. So I don't want to, this is one thing I would say. I hate to kind of bog down and be the Debbie Downer about things, but we need to be realistic. How much versatility is too much? We need substance as well as style. You know what I'm saying? I would rather run 50 plays consistently well and score a heap load of points than run 80 plays that we need to touch up on.
I'm gonna say this. A lot of Michael Vick fans gonna love me, and I probably just gave it away by saying that. But this offense is going to be unstoppable when he becomes a runner, because now you can't sit on those edges, can't sit in the same spot, because now you have a quarterback. And I'm not talking about getting outside of the pockets. Those design draw run plays up the middle with Michael Penix is going to destroy the NFL, because one thing as a linebacker and safeties that you hate to see is a quarterback running right at you while you're backing up. When you're backing up, because now you have to think twice about getting deep in coverage. And if you get deep in coverage as a linebacker, guess what happens? Kyle Pitts, Drake London, all those guys come underneath you. So him being able to run not outside the pocket, but those design plays, quarterback runs, much like a Josh Allen does up the middle, it's going to be lethal for this offense. And it's going to cause a lot of issues for defensive coordinators.
Yeah, not to mention he's running behind the best pure guard in the league at 6'4" and 315. So if
Yes.
you do want to pursue that QB, then Lindstrom's going to knock your teeth down your throat. So
Yeah,
there's that too.
because our offensive line works better when they're attacking instead of backpedaling. And that's the reason why I'm glad we got Penix, because when we're in them situations where even if Penix does, 2 or 3 step drop, that ball is out in less than 3 seconds. So those guys don't have to hold off a lot.
I gotta mention this, Gil, before you go. But it creates so much more for Zach Robinson on these short yardage because now they can't just boggle down on Bijan and Tyler
You went
Algier.
you
They
you
got to
you
worry about
went
him.
you went exactly what I was thinking right there.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Because the thing a lot of people don't realize with the Zach Robbins style offense, which is the Sean McVay offense, that people are kind of seeing this offense being implemented as is not necessarily predicated on the big plays, but it's predicated on let me use a baseball analogy. ABC baseball, which means singles, single, single, double, single, double. You ain't hitting the home run all the time. And this is
Mm,
why you have a Drake London who lining up 40% in the slot.
mm,
This is why you have a Kyle Pitts who is being more used as a wide receiver right now. He's still gonna get his tight end burns, but you're gonna see a lot more of him on the outside. This is why you have the Bijan Robinson as you visit. This is why Tyler Algier is possibly can be used more so in the pass game, because essentially what you're doing is, because you have a lot of guys who you have a lot of yak yardage guys in Drake, Kyle, Bijan, Darnell Mooney, and etc. These defenses are going to be playing a lot more back. Juan said it right at the beginning of the show. The first game of the year is going to dictate how this offense is going to be, because we know Todd Bowles like to blitz the fuck out of everybody.
right, right. And when the thing is, and this is every season, no matter what, you always got a couple of defensive coordinators in the league that want to test your quarterback's mettle to see if he's really that dude. Todd Bowles is licking his chops like, okay, we're gonna blitz because he's a young up and coming quarterback. The one thing you want to do, especially in them first couple of runs, is establish the run. Because you already know they gonna try to load up. They ain't gonna do zero blitzing. They just gonna try to blitz and hit the gaps to test the O line. So you really don't need necessarily to air it out in the first couple, seconds of the game. You want to kind of establish a run game. You want to make the defense work for it. Then
And
as
he's
it progresses,
overconfident too about the size
right?
and pressure that Vita Vea can generate through the middle. I mean, Vita Vea's a stud, don't get me wrong, but he's not as good as Todd Bowles seems to think he is.
Well, see, this is the thing. I'm glad you said that, Will. They had Torrey McElhaney was reporting on this. Like Ryan Newsel, now they calling that man stump. Ryan Newsel hasn't been they ain't been able to move him in practice. And that for me, that's a comforting feeling, because the worst thing in the world you want to do is have a iffy center with a brand new quarterback on your team. That's the worst thing you can have. So, like
Look,
Mike
I'm
said,
glad Newsom stepped up because he's got
Ryan,
that's a baptism of fire. Week 1,
yeah,
340-pound nose coming at you. That's you better be ready.
yeah, because what that does is, just like Mike said, that type of protection allows Mike Penix to move up into the pocket, to make the, what I'm saying, to do the stuff that them safeties and corners hate. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what you want. That's definitely what you want.
I couldn't have picked a better team to play week 1 because it's gonna lock in this interior offensive line. It's like Bergeron, Lindstrom, and Newsel. It's like, right, guys, are you ready to go? Because this is your first test. I couldn't have picked a better team. Maybe Kansas City with Chris Jones, but I mean, you couldn't pick a better system to start it against than one who's going to blitz you like that.
Well, the thing is, both teams got a chip on their shoulder. Basically, Tampa gonna have a chip on their shoulder because we didn't swept them. But the thing is, with us, and like I say this every year, when you play game 1, You win your game based on wanting it more than the other team. Because remember, every team got a period where they got to get their chemistry together. Doesn't matter who it is. You just playing the first game of the season. You got to get them little kinks out. But
Nah,
what you gonna say, Kev? No, I was saying, but go ahead.
I was gonna say just right quick. I was just gonna say with Ryan Newsom. Ryan Newsom can be this generation's mud duck. Let's just say that's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Juan.
yeah. No, I'm saying you want to get those things out. So everybody, listen to me. We're not coming out week one playing like a Super Bowl team. Please don't think that. Please don't think that. We every team got their quirks in the first 3-4 games. But what you want to see is a confident team that's focused on what they're doing. So if you know that your opponent likes to blitz, that's why Sam said them wheel routes and stuff, because the stuff that they implemented, they know who they're facing. And this is a division rival game. So this is going to start are we winning in the division or are we losing? So we got a very small room for error.
Yeah, and this is one of my caveats to this season, as you've heard me say over the weeks and months. We can't really be talking postseason football if we can't run the table in the South.
Right.
We need to do that first before anything. We need to show these boys, put the foot down on their throats and go, nah, you want the South Crown, come and take it from us.
Put it like this. Playing this first game, playing Tampa the way we playing, we want to play Tampa to the point where Carolina's like, we think we ready for them? Because they're going to look at the tape. Week 5, you want to be 2-2 at the worst.
Foot the ass.
Right.
That's the mantra for this year. Foots the asses. That's ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Well, that's what I love about it too, and that's why it's my quote of the off season. I just put it on one of Mike's posts recently. He was talking about Coach Brick, and I was like, I love the fact that he called a man out like day 2 of training camp, and he's like, "Don't yes sir me, that's some bullshit, and you fucking know it." It's like, oh, okay, son. All right, bro.
But listen, did you see that part where he was teaching? He was teaching. I don't know if it was a linebacker or he was teaching. He was like, "All right, man, get your hands violent." No, he bending down, teaching the dude like, "This is how you have violent hands right here." And I'm like, "See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there."
Goddamn smiling and cheesing and dancing and sucking and jiving in your damn capri pants. Okay, we need violence. We need violence on this defense.
Now, the one thing I will say with Jeff Ulbrich has been real close with Jalen Walker.
Yep.
He's been real close with Jalen. Like I said, you heard the mic'd up of the conversation that they had. He said basically, you remind me of Von Miller, but we gotta get
really.
But the thing is, we gonna keep on working at it because he asked Jalen Walker. He was like, yeah, you remind me of Von Miller. He said, yeah, because I've worked with Von Miller and he's taught me certain ways on how to do things, drills, and how to break and stuff like that. He said, yeah, we're gonna get you to that point.
Wait. Stop right there. The fact that this man has been tutored by Von Miller. See, y'all, what y'all not understanding is we about to have a disrespectful football team. And I love the fact that Ulbrich is saying, Chicklets, you just smile. Because these boys, I said it last season. The team that's going to win this year is going to be the team that wants to win more than their coaching staff. Them players out there should want to win more than the coaching staff to the point where they coming up on the sideline like, Coach, no, man, that's not going to work.
No, that's a good point by Jay as well. We can get this front 7 eaten week 1 because Big Tristan Wirfs is out. I forgot all about that. So they're starting right tackles out. Exactly. So if we can overwhelm the left, we can get some nice numbers in week 1. We can make Baker panic, and I don't think he's okay on the run, but I don't think he's world beat. He's not got that much talent, and I don't think What's that kid they took, the receiver from Ohio State? Is it Emeka Booker?
I know you're talking about.
I don't think he's going to be too much of a factor either. Not with a secondary.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, they front seven going. Put like this, they O-line gonna have a problem with JPJ. They gonna have a problem with him and Jalen Walker.
Yeah,
they gonna have a problem.
Even with all their starters, they'd have a problem. But with no Tristan Wirfs, that's a good sign for us.
Look, and then you still got people like Leonard Floyd. They gonna have a problem. They gonna have a problem because Jeff. I'm gonna tell you right now, Jeff Ulbrich. His mission is gonna make sure to have these guys dialed in by week 1.
Yeah, 100%.
And like Jew here said, Coach Ollie is the secret weapon for this team. I love his mentality. Attack, attack, attack. Coach Ollie from Chicago, so he knows what defenses should look like.
You had to throw that one in there.
Yeah, I know he had to throw that Chicago in there. Like you said, hey, we ain't no love lost there. But like you said, he's right though. Because as much as we do talk about Jeff Ulbrich, we have to remember Ollie is a guy who's molded multiple Pro Bowlers in Houston, the Will Andersons, the Whitney Mercilesses. Like you said, you need that type of mentality. You need those type of coaches if you want to turn this defense around. Like I said before, we went from fast, free, and physical, and fast and physical, which is basically the same thing, which led to our defenses being sucked.
Right.
You got to change something a little bit different. So now you bring in a guy who's coming. You bring in Jeff Ulbrich, who is familiar with this organization, but has also learned under Robert Saleh. And all of them come from that San Fran organization, and you know how their coaches are with defenses.
Right.
You bring in an Ollie, who's another guy who's known for bringing in good, who developing defensive talent. So let me ask y'all this question. And this is a hypothetical question here. And like I said, whether this comes true or not, I'm not saying. What if, in the worst case scenario, that they are at that the way that they're built, where Terry Fontenot's building this defense, and the way that the organization is kind of, putting all their stock behind his defense. What if Jeff Ulbrich is really the one that's next in line?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now, based off of everything that he said and everything he's been doing on the field, even in the short videos when he first got out there and was training with them, his mind is made up about his position. Right now, Jeff Ulbrich don't. This is gonna sound funny. Right now, Jeff Ulbrich don't give a shit about being the head coach. Jeff Ulbrich gives a shit about producing the best defense that Atlanta has seen.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why I'm high on him right now, because from his press conference day one, even through his foolishness with his child out there, every day he's out there like the next game we gonna play is the Super Bowl. So he ain't worried about who the fuck about to be the head coach. He don't care. He want to produce the best defense with his DNA imprint on it. And he
on top of that one. Really.
No, I'm gonna say, well, and he wants everybody in that coaching room, to Jerry Gray, to Ollie, and all of them, to be on one page. And that mindset is, we about to attack. That's it.
100%. I mean, if you're going to win a Super Bowl ring, do you really care whether it's as a head coach or a DC? If you're programmed to be a DC and you respect the guys ahead of you, then it's like, no, if that comes on my table down the line, then I'll talk about it. But at the end of the day, I've got to commit with these guys that are in the trenches, in the room with me. And I'm not being funny for everything that Ulbrich has done to put this team together. Terry and Raheem have done just as much through the draft and through the UDFA process. So, I mean, let's just take this season before we start talking about coaching changes and things of that nature, because I think what we've built here is going to be something special. from all the signs are pointing that way. Even like down to Miles Garrett down at training camp saying that he'd never seen so many fans out at Flowery Branch in his 4 years of covering the team. People in the A know that something is turning. Like you can almost feel it in the air that something's different this year.
So let me give people a little bit of good news in regards to that. Well, Ulbrich can't leave to coach any team without the Falcons' permission. Okay, that's number one. He can't go anywhere. He is the property of the Atlanta Falcons. So if a team wanted to bring him in, and the Falcons put a tag on him based on what he's done as a defensive coordinator and his value, how we value him as a defensive coordinator, the Falcons can put a tag on him and say, all right, this is what he's a high-ranking official for this team. So, for example, you go back to the Baltimore Ravens. You look at guys like Mike Lewis. You have Rex Ryan. All these guys were part of that. Rex Ryan ultimately came, but like you see Baltimore Ravens. Those guys, they were a vital part of the team. But the Falcons don't have them. This is why we have where it's for coaches. But if a team wanted to hire Jeff Ulbrich and take him, they would have to give the Falcons, somewhat of a pick, sometime a first round pick for him. So the better he is as a defensive coordinator, the better it is for the Atlanta Falcons. So don't think that he's just going to be stolen away like Kyle Shanahan was taken away. For one, Kyle Shanahan knew his contract was pretty much over with, so he didn't have any ties to the Atlanta Falcons. So that's a whole nother situation. But if the more that he does well for this team, I'm positive that at some point in time, the Falcons, if he's that guy, if he's as good as we say he is, the Falcons are going to offer him a bigger contract to be the defensive guy for this team, and Raheem just be a figurehead, so to speak. So don't think this is just a bad thing if he does become a good coach. Falcons don't have to let him walk.
Right.
Right. I mean, that's pretty much what you're seeing right now. I mean, let's be honest. I'm expecting Raheem to be out there with him. Raheem was running around doing what he normally. He running around like a little kid. That was at a fun part. Jeff Ulbrich has been anytime you see a man that's dedicated to be hands-on both sides of the ball, doesn't matter what position it is, that man is invested in this team. He's invested in his team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Like I said, getting back to the training camp point, there was one aspect of the training camp that I did not expect. These motherfuckers literally sat here and ran Oklahoma drills for the goddamn special teams.
Bro.
What in the was that? They not playing. These boys ran Oklahoma drills for the special teams.
This is what he said. He said, "Yeah, we sat down and we watched film." This, in my opinion, this is what I believe Jeff and them did. Jeff and them, he got out there, he got around the guy, said, "Okay, blah 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 blah." Went back home, did some serious film study on this season and what went wrong and what was serviceable. Then what he did, he said, "Okay." Went back and thought about what they did up there with Robert Saleh. And then he probably looked around the league and said, "Okay, we're gonna implement that, and that, and I'm gonna bring it to him and tell him this is how we're gonna do this." That's it. I guarantee you, he looked at the times that we was 9 miles off the line of scrimmage. AJ and them sipping Mai Tais on the side of the field, looking at the linebackers they can't cover their own ass with their own pants. He like, no, we're gonna fix this. The front can't get home. And that's why you see all these odd drills.
Right.
You can't be an attack style defense doing the soft era stuff you did last year that got you beat.
These motherfuckers literally running pass rushing drills with the inside linebackers with medicine balls. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Nothing
Yeah,
soft about the D this year, as Jay says down in the comments as well. There'll be 4 fumbles because I've heard a few times over the last few days. Helms is knocking some balls loose, so he's
Mm-hmm.
going to be
Look,
a
well,
real problem this year.
I'm
yeah,
I'm gonna say this right now. This year, and this has been said by a lot of people that may have that have been talking about this. It's gonna be some difficult cuts this year.
yep.
Cuts gonna be real difficult this year.
Hmm.
Oh, they gonna hide some players. I keep telling y'all every year. Terry know how to hide players. They know that what Mike say. Falcons ain't shit. They gonna hide some players. Anytime you're teaching almost your entire defense on how to punch out balls like Peanut Tillman,
Hmm.
that's a drill. When the
Hmm.
last time you heard them running a drill on how to punch out balls?
You motherfucker.
100%. And can you imagine how nasty our practice squad's going to look even after the cuts?
Look,
Come on, come
they
on now.
already punching out balls out of first string players on your own team. I'm talking about 2 and 3 times. That's why they fighting, because the O line, the offense, like, bro, wait a minute, y'all knocking our block off. Yeah, we supposed to. You'll thank us when we in the game.
100%. Train how you want to play.
Thank
Right.
you. Say it again, Will. They don't be listening. Say it again.
Yeah, train how you want to play. Like, I'm going to give a shout out here. I'm not sure if he'll be listening to the show, but there is a particular linebacker who I've worked with throughout my career. His name's Tam Chapman, and he wears 44 for the Clyde Valley Blackhawks. And every time I would get lit up on a crosser, I would go, right, fuck, 44 win it, and guaranteed somebody would be like, aye. But I would run back into the huddle, and on my way by, I'd go, like, nice hit, Tam. Because as you say, iron sharpens iron. Every single smack you take just gets you ready. I wouldn't want him to hit me any harder than I'm going to get hit during the season, you know? So, yeah, it's the way it should be, I feel.
It's like this. If my fellow teammate hit me harder than you do, you in trouble.
Mm-hmm. We'll look at it this way as well. If he's hitting you hard, you know he's going to go to war with the enemy. If he's hitting his teammate as hard as he is, so there's that too.
And that's what I was telling them. Will, I said, y'all got to think, they're still holding back on the field. They're not tackling at full strength. They're not punching the ball out at full strength. They got to make sure their teammates is okay. But you on the field, if we're practicing harder than we have to play, and we face y'all in trouble.
Hell yeah. That's that. And then this is what we keep going back to. Like, I hate being one of those fucking teams where it's like buzzwords, because it makes me feel like fucking New England or Pittsburgh. But for once, I actually have, like, one's versatility, but the other one is like culture. I feel like we're coming in with just, like, for the first time in a long time, the Falcons all seem on the same page. Through the team, through the coaching staff, it's different this year.
This man single-handedly, I remember Mike one year fussed at everybody about culture and about him and Jew. Jew fussed about identity so much, I thought Jew was going to have a meltdown. This man single-handedly told us our identity and our culture in one sentence and didn't say it again.
What did the man say?
He said, this culture, we are creating a culture and identity of violence and aggression. He said, but violence to the point where you get the job done, but you don't go overboard. Meaning, like he said, if you hold that punch back, it's controlled chaos. It's controlled violence. That's what we're. He didn't say we thinking about it. He didn't say possibly. Maybe he didn't say let me discuss it with Raheem. He said we are creating a culture and identity. He ain't asking for nobody permission.
Let me tell you
here's
something.
one for you boys as well. Before you go, Mike, here's one my grandfather used to say. Remember your ABCDs: your attitude, behavior, control, and decorum.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Will done dropped the mic.
That right there. Look, I think Ulbrich is a lying piece of crap. He is not telling them guys not to be disgusting. He just said, don't choke the edge where you getting a bunch of penalties. What Will was talking about. He told the guy to do whatever it takes to be. Why do you think there's so many fights? He is breeding this.
He said it.
He has a defensive coordinator. He can't say I'm out here trying to hurt people. He want this defense to hurt people. He want these guys to get into fights. That's why they're doing it. But as a coach, he got to be political at the same time. He can't come out and just say, "Yeah, man, I'm trying to hurt this guy." No, he wants to hurt him. That's why I love when I see our defensive. Look, this is how you can tell that this team and our defensive coordinator has a different mentality. Our edge guys are fighting, not the big uglies. It's the edge guys are fighting. When you see the pretty boys are fighting, it's like as a big boy, you like, hey, oh hell no, this little dude is not about to take. No, I'm about to get a piece of this now. Right. It's embarrassing as a big guy to get shown up by a little guy. I'm just telling you, I'm a competitor, and when I see a little Mario, and I'm goddamn King Cooper, like, no, little Mario, look, we about to throw some hands for real. Right. We're about to get with it. Right. So it creates that physicality. It's like, no, we're not gonna let this rookie outshine me. JPJ is not finna outshine me. I'm about to show these guys. Let's get nasty. It creates a culture of competition. So one guy's doing it, the other guy got to show. And that's just amongst men. Men love fighting. Like, men love fighting, okay? Yeah. Men love fighting.
When they asked him, they was like, how do you feel about it? He said, I love it. But while I love it, I want to make sure that we're not out there like basically drawing penalties. He said, you don't want to be out there drawing penalties. He said, but no, I love it. He, like you said, Mike, he basically told him, yeah, I'm teaching these guys that we're going to come out. We're putting fear in people. So I'm teaching them to put fear in other people while not getting caught.
But boys, tell me you don't love the fact that when JPJ went to fucking bat, Leonard Floyd was right at his back going, no, you fucking stay away from my end.
Yes!
Yes.
Yeah, because the thing about it is what have we been saying for years? We don't know what the hell is the foundation or the culture of this thing. We don't know. Right. We never found out. We don't know. 1 year is one thing, another year is another thing, another year is another thing. We getting different players to do different things from the players beforehand. We ain't getting the same results. The thing about it is we needed that identity right there.
That part.
Like Mike said, yo edge rushers is out here fighting the big uglies.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's part one. Yeah.
Because guess what happens? When you get with a team that matches that energy and y'all may be down a little bit or the game might not be going exactly the way you want, guess what you pull up? Guess what you go at halftime? Guess what you do? You rally the troops around the fact that what do we practice all off season? Violence, right? Y'all pissed off, right? They out there kicking y'all ass and y'all gonna lay down. Now you get them guys pissed off because why? You reminding them of what they agreed to. If everybody gonna buy in to be violent, guess what? Don't come out that second half playing soft. They just whipped y'all ass. I don't care if it's half a point up.
Sorry, man. I'm just going to say, I guarantee you the tackles love it too. Because I'm sorry, Caleb McGarry is a huge human being and he hunts fucking bears.
That's Thor.
I rest my case. You're probably turning Caleb on before the season. Like, that's probably what you're doing. So yeah, let them go. That's what, and this is the difference between New Orleans and Atlanta. In Atlanta, we are fighting to get on the roster, whereas in New Orleans, they're fighting to gap it.
But you know, but you know something, Will, and I know you can attest to this. let's say all four of us, if we're all on a team and we're fighting amongst each other, just as a competitor standpoint, that builds respect for when you get on the field, because now guess what? I'm not playing for myself. I'm not playing for my contract. I'm playing for you stepping beside me. That's where that chemistry and camaraderie come in. That's where you get a team that'll actually run through the wall for the coach. Because now I'm like, if I see my man get blown up, oh no, hey, get up, bro. No, we gonna do this again. I need you to knock his block off. And if you need me, if you need me to help you knock his block off, we gonna do that. So you don't end up leaving your own. You don't end up leaving the man to the left, you to the right, and you out to dry. All three of y'all responsible for knocking everybody out.
Hell yeah, and that's it. If you want to play hard when the serious snaps come, I'd rather if the four of us went to war, then fuck it, I can meet the three at the bar afterwards and we can all compare bruises. That's what it's all about. That's the way I look at it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you be mad after we win. Me and you will have a conversation about how we don't like each other after we win. But when we on that field, if I see him knock you down, I'm knocking him down. Get back up. We're gonna do it again.
I got blood on my knuckles. You got blood on your knuckles? Yeah, I got blood on my knuckles. Hey, I got a scratch right here. You got a scratch right there? Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
Right.
I want to hear.
I was this close to sharing a meme today. It was a Game of Thrones meme, and I seen it, and I just thought of Coach Brick. It was the hound from Game of Thrones going, "If any man dies with a clean sword, I'm raping his fucking corpse."
Bro, what you talking about? Look, hey, look, like Jon Snow and on the wall. Y'all responsible for holding the line.
As a matter of fact, I just started season 1 again on Game of Thrones, so I'm glad you said that.
Man, listen.
Oh yeah, so shout out to Rory McCann, my Scottish brethren, the hound there.
Yes,
for his legendary line.
Nah, Millie Mills, he said, was it JPJ getting the fight, getting the best of the game? No, JPJ was getting in the fight with who was it? It was Matthew Bergeron. Every goddamn body.
Yeah.
JPJ got into it with Bergeron. JPJ got into it with it was a couple of them. Then, like I said, you had what was it? Somebody wasn't nobody in Brandon Trice. I know Bergeron was in a couple of them. Because he was
Brandon Trice and Jake Matthews was going at it.
Bro,
I don't think Caleb McGarry was really in any of them.
No, all I know is Brandon Trice Braylon Trice to get at Kirk Cousins. He treated like Jake Matthews like a rag doll. He treated him like a rag doll.
Millie's trying to set fire to us here tonight, guys. He's dropping King of the North in the chat. I think he wants me to turn up with fucking war paint or something.
Hey, listen now. Listen now. House Stark and Targaryen. I'm telling you.
Nah, I'm from the real frozen north, mate.
I'm saying.
And there literally is a wall. The Romans built it. They got to the north of England and went, nah, fuck these guys. We're building a wall. Look.
Will, they made a whole series and they doing a re-series adaptation of Highlander. I know. I
can't wait.
There can only be one.
So if you're listening and you're looking for a Duncan MacLeod, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. If you're looking for a long-haired Scotsman with some... You heard it here first, so shout your boy out. We need to make it happen.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and start winding it down, fellas, man. Anybody got any more questions? We let the fellas answer it. Got about 5 more minutes. Leo talking about season 3 on the House of Dragon. House of the Dragon.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that.
Sold on House of the Dragon. I'll be honest. I loved Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon's not getting me. I'll be honest. Although I do like the one I'm waiting forward to is season 3 of Rings of Power, because if there'll be some stuff on my solo channel, but you'll get to learn I am a fucking huge Tolkien nut. So yeah, I could talk Lord of the Rings for hours.
You know what? I'm right there with you with Lord of the Rings.
Hell yeah. Well, I'll get you on sometime. Let's talk some Tolkien. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
All right, see, y'all see that? See now, y'all getting the expectations of more content. There you go.
Always rolling.
Exactly. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and get up on out of here, man. Now look, you got some House of Dragon fans in here. You got
You,
some Game of Thrones fans in here.
Wow, I didn't know there was that
you,
See,
many people. Wow.
you know what though?
yeah.
See what they're gonna do. Because I'm a Game of Thrones fanatic. What they're gonna do is they're gonna do series on the different houses, and then they're gonna tell you how they all intertwine. So that's why I've been watching the House of Dragon. Like
See,
it's so
Breaking news, y'all. So I don't. This is just out, but there's an active shooter outside of NFL office.
NFL.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, it's breaking news all over all right now.
ah,
Boy, here we go. Here, see, y'all got to stop sniffing cereal. That's mm-mm.
Like, what in the hell is wrong with people? Dude?
It's
Like,
hot
good God.
outside, man. For some reason, when it get hot outside, people just want to take chances.
Yeah, brains start to boil, man.
I'm telling you. I'm
Good
telling you,
God,
man.
bro.
hold on. You said there's an active shooter outside the NFL offices. That's what you said.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Fucking hell.
What the fuck? What the fuck you about to shoot up the NFL offices for? Because your fantasy football team done failed
Hey, what are
already.
you talking
Don't
about?
get the fuck up
Yeah,
out of
they
here.
got
Let's be real. Look, you can't be. Look, y'all over there, man, because y'all favorite player ain't being deified. Cut it out.
the
Maybe it's
active
one of these New
shooter
Orleans fans
situation
that
is here at
finally seen the draft and seen
NFL.
that QB they took.
So it's in Manhattan, y'all. Midtown Manhattan, shooter at 354 Park Avenue, where NFL headquarters is located. Per NBC News, one police officer shot, one civilian shot, at least a dozen police vehicles, ambulance, and law enforcement. Yeah, they all out. So I don't know what the hell's going on. Don't know why, but yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, somebody got pissed.
Yeah.
Somebody got pissed off that they lost some money on their fantasy football. Now they want to take it out on everybody else.
Oh my god.
100%. Nah, Southside saying is he expecting to catch Trump? Hi, good luck. Trump's out here, then.
Wait. Why
Trump's
can't
over
he
here
say
with
who
us,
pissed
then.
in the Cheerios?
Who pissed it ain't you? Man,
I don't know, Connie. I don't know.
son. I'm about to say who skeeted in that motherfucking sugar crisp, nigga. What the fuck is this shit?
Ooh, Chris.
Woo,
Uh,
Chris.
uh,
Oh,
see, no, y'all, see, like I said, definitely prayers for those, but this is why the summertime is always the weirdest time because once it gets humid, motherfuckers start acting crazy. So we gonna go ahead and get up on out of here, man. Like I said, I'm gonna let the fellas get their final thoughts off. Will, what's your final take for this
Uh,
evening, man?
as I say, man, just I hate getting too hype, but nah, this is a 12-win football team by my estimation. I mean, if you've seen me and Des sat and broke it down on the Scottish Falcons show, and yeah, if you're sleeping on us, you do so at your peril. As I say, keep your eyes peeled because there's going to be Will the Thrill spills coming soon. If not, as I say, you'll catch us Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, rather at 3:30 Eastern for the Scottish Falcons show. But shout out to the guys from the Unholy Alliance for having me on again. As I say, always glad to join the family, and I'm sorry it's been a couple of weeks since I've last been with you.
Oh, nah, it's all good, man. Like I said, man. Y'all, like I said, y'all make sure y'all tune in to the Scottish Falcons, man. They 3:35 p.m. our time, 3 days a week. Like I said, just tune in. Make sure you subscribe to Atlanta Falcon Nation. Make sure you hit all the notifications. All notifications.
Hell yeah.
And, and you will be notified when the Scottish Falcons come on. Hit all notifications on Mad Mike Sports. Yeah, Drew, football is back. We got that look when we got that goofy ass report about Justin Fields and him getting hurt and he coming back like Like he just got resurrected from the dead and shit. I like, yeah, football is back.
That man broke a damn toenail and came back the next damn day. Out of here with that
It
nonsense.
went from doing.
I done
It
broke
went
my
from.
toe. I
I broke.
broke my pinky toe. I dang near broke my damn big toe and my ankle. Oh, good mercy, good gosh, yeah. I done had
I
some.
can't take the field. These bicep bands don't match my cleats.
Man.
Exactly.
Oh man,
What you got? What you got, Juan? What's your final take for tonight's show, man?
First off, Justina just dislocated her bunion. What are we talking about? We over
oh
here talking
god.
about this. But nah, man, look, you guys keep your eyes peeled. Do some homework. Look at all of the press conferences. Listen to what they're telling you. Watch how they're practicing. Like Mike said, they telling you what they're doing right in your face. I'm telling you. But hey, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all the brothers on the panel. Me, ATL Sports Endgame on Friday. We're gonna have a good show. Hey, shout out to Will and them and the Falcon man. You guys show is exceptional. I've been checking it out. So listen, get everybody in the family, but stay tuned. This is gonna be a nice wild ride.
Hell yeah, man. We're in for a hell of a season, and we can't wait to have you all on board for it.
No,
Thanks so much for the
yeah.
kind words, man. Appreciate you, Kev. Appreciate you, Mike, Juan. Without you
Yes,
guys, we ain't here.
Hey
Oh,
man, it's all love, man. Always, like I said, though, the original mission statement for all of this is that we have enough room to where everybody can damn eat around here,
yes,
and
yeah.
we're sticking to that mission. Even like I said, right, rather y'all for us or rather y'all against us. At the end of the day, nigga, we still break bread with those,
that's it.
with those. But I will say this:
What?
Atlanta Falcons
You just
training
saw the
camp
bag. You ain't goofy. You ain't
was
slick.
was a very interesting
Yeah,
experience for the simple fact
you just
that,
saw it.
like I
Yeah.
said, the
He just.
Saturday that we went, which was the 26th,
Mm,
it was about 4,000 to 4,500 people in attendance,
yep,
Yes.
yep.
which shows you what the excitement for this upcoming season is.
And it shows you that people are expecting change. So now, remember when the change happened, make sure you embrace it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And remember too how it felt to be an OG when we signed up for this misery in the first place.
Right.
Exactly. So the expectations from the fan base is there. We are expecting a better season. We are expecting playoffs. We are expecting just to take the next step. We're expecting to figure out what the hell this team is about. What the hell is the culture of the Falcons is about.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And the thing about it is, for the last few years, as a fan, a lot of us have been disappointed because we have been taught or thought of one of what the team is supposed to be is different from what the team actually was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
Hell
new
yeah.
era of the Atlanta Falcons is here. We got Michael Penix. He's leading the new generation. We do, like I said, they're doing it the right way. They're leading with the run game. They're putting more emphasis on the trenches. They're putting emphasis on defense.
Well, I'll end
It's
with this. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
like I was about to say, I think it's just about time that a lot of people are looking at this and saying, okay, we've been an offensive football team for 10
Yeah.
to 15 years now. It's time. What old heart says, enough is enough, and it's time for a change. And this change is what got a lot of people excited. Go
Yes,
ahead,
sir.
Mike.
So I want to say this because I think this is very important, and I think if there's going to be a change with the organization, we got to stop crying. All right, Matt Ryan is on board. We saw him. We've seen him say time and time again that he's going to do whatever he can to make sure not only Michael Penix has everything that he needs, but the entire organization he's going to do. And then on the other hand, we got Mike Vick. He's doing whatever it takes to make sure Mike has everything that he needs, and his organization in itself knows with it. So we got two of these guys
That we as fans have created a divide that was unnecessary. We've created that divide between Matt Ryan and Mike Vick. We as fans have done that. So if we just get over it and understand that both of these guys are legends in their own right for, the same and different reasons, I think this organization will finally get our championship if the fans in itself, we stop crying about who's really the best quarterback or who's the best guy, who's the most influential. At the end of the day, none of that matters because both of those guys we are going for the same thing. We want to get a championship for this organization and for this state and for the fans all across the world, just like Will from Scotland. You know what I'm saying? We want a championship for our organization. So
And
that's
that's
what
what we
matters.
said in our show too. Get your asses into the bends, get your asses in seats. Michael Vick's not here anymore, although he's down for the ride. Matt Ryan's not here anymore to throw the ball, although he's down for the ride. So get on the ride, get in the stadium, fill the seats, and cheer the boys on, because this is the start of something special.
Yes. And that's the bottom line. Because Mad Mike said so.
The Originators.
All right, Kev, take us out of here, brother.
And until next time, people, we ain't
Oh,
here to play.
wow. Oh, Kev. So the shooter has been found dead.
Dang.
That was quick.
Yeah, they not playing in New
That was
York.
real quick. Yeah.
Look, bro. Look, I'm gonna tell you, they not playing in New York ever since Luigi. They ain't playing in New York, bro.
Yeah, they found him dead on the 33rd floor in New York.
Jesus.
Ouch.
See, I need to do some more research on all that because that is wild. On the 33rd floor,
Yeah.
some BS was about to happen.
Yeah.
So I guess they wasn't there to play,
No. Oh no.
and the shooter damn show ain't here to stay.
Nah. Mm-mm.
He's definitely not going home.
But we're gonna get out of here.
But I'm about to get the hiccup out of here.
Yeah. We'll
All
holler.
right, y'all.
Peace, y'all.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.
What else?